Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings everyone. My name is Saikou Touray. I am here today to explain three-sector economy. So before going further, I would like to inform you that I am currently studying in Indonesia at the University of Jambi, pursuing my bachelor's degree and majoring accounting. So as I alluded earlier, this is we are instructed by our lecturers to prepare a video of three-sector economy, to explain it in detail for our audience to understand it. So without wasting any time, let's just jump into the slides and we take a look at it. So as I said earlier, this three-sector economy refers to the household, business, and the government. So the present will explore how these sectors interact in the economy, particularly through the circular flow of income and the resources. So in essentially, we are just looking at how these three sectors interact. So for example, when you look at Indonesia or anywhere in the world or any country in the world, like in the Indonesia economy, household provides labor to the business. That labor, we call them like employees working for the company, like Astra International, Indomat, Alphamart, Jamtos, Mall, and other businesses. So this business produce goods and services. Okay, so and the government collect tax and provide public services like education, infrastructure, hospitals, so on and so forth. We move to the next slide. So as I said earlier, circular flow, okay, is in between household, business, and the government. So the resources market, household supply labor and the capital, like worker provide labor and the investors provide capital for the business to run effectively and efficiently. And in exchange for like wages, rents, and profits. For product markets, business produce goods and services that are sold to household and the government. So business, they provide goods and services that is later being sold to the, household and the government. And government collect tax through from household and the business and provide public services like infrastructure, education, healthcare, and so on. So let's say, for example, a household pay income tax to the government, which use the revenue to build roads, and business use this road to transport goods and services, use them to commute to work, and create a continuous cycle. Next, so the role of household, okay, so we have three parts here: labor, supplies, consumption, and saving. So labor supply, household provides labor, capital, and land to business in exchange for income. They provide capital, labor, and land, okay, in exchange for income. Consumption also, households spend their income on goods and services because they need to survive, obviously. Which drive aggregate demand. Okay, so the aggregate demand is the total demand for goods and services in the economy. So because they spend their income in goods and services, it leads to the aggregate demand in the economy. For saving, households may save a portion of their income. Yeah, so they cannot eat all their income directly all. Some used to do it, but the most commonly household is to save parts of their income, which is considered a leakage from the circular flow because it is not immediately spent on goods and services. Yeah. So essentially, household they play a key role in the economy by supplying labor, capital, and the land. They also consume goods and services which drive aggregate demand, saving by household, and consider a leakage from the circular flow because they are not immediately spent. That's why they call them, leakage. So for you to better understand it, let's say the family earn income from working at a factory, like their labor, they earn income and use part of that income to buy grocery. That grocery, you consider that one as their consumption. Okay, so they save a portion of their income in a bank account. So that bank account, okay, they deposit their money in a bank account. So we consider that one also as their saving, which is leakage from the circular flow. Next, so we move to the role of business. So here we have three parts as well that are producers, investment, and the borrowing. So business are the producers in the economy, okay, because they produce goods and services. So business are the producers in the economy, creating goods and services. They also invest in capital, okay, like machinery, technology, okay, which boost aggregate demand. Borrowing by business can impact, economic growth. So let's say a tech company, maybe like Tesla in the USA, invest in a new factory and electric vehicles technology. That is investment. This creates job. This investment creates job and increase demand for material like steel, lithium. That at the end stimulates the economic growth. We move to the next part, the role of the government. Okay, so the government role also just make some part for role spending, taxations, transfer payment, and infrastructure. Okay, so here is for to better explain it. The government influence the economy through spending. The government influence economy through spending, okay, like infrastructure project, taxation, income tax, okay, they generate revenue, transfer payment, like they provide social security, and provide public goods like roads and service. So, and another example also, let's take a look at this scenario. For example, during COVID-19 pandemic, the Indonesia government provide stimulus check like transfer payments to households and fund vaccine development, government spending, which help stabilize the economy. Next, so here to better understand it, this is the concept, okay, of the three-sector economy. Okay, we have household, government, and the farm. Center we have the financial markets. Okay, so as I was explaining, this is the illustration for it. So the household provides the labor, okay, and go to the farm work. Okay, so the government uh, impose tax on the farm, okay, and so that they will use that one as other project on other projects like infrastructure development. Okay, so if you look at the household, okay, financial market, okay, and the farm government, as we can see the arrow saving, the household when they save money, they save in the financial market like bank and other things. Okay, and they borrow money also there. That borrowing serve as loan, okay, to them. And the government also do savings, and sometimes they do also borrow money in order to control the economy, let's say the inflations. Okay, and the farm also borrow and save money in this financial market. Okay, so this one farm produce goods and services. Okay, they produce goods and services, send it to the household consumption expenditure. Okay, so this government prepare or offer the gift transfer payment to the household. Okay, and also the gift government also give subsidies also to subsidize the goods for the farm in order maybe to produce more or to encourage the local market. The move, I believe you understand it. So the concept here is very clear and is readable also. So equilibrium, we move to the equilibrium part. So equilibrium, so as you can see clearly, this slide introduce the basic equations for economic equilibrium, like aggregate demand. As we can see, y equals to c plus I plus g. Okay, so must equal aggregate supply. So demand has to be equal to the aggregate demand has to be equals to the aggregate supply. Okay, and the leakage is the saving and the taxes. Okay, and must equals to the injections like investment and the government spending. So saving and the taxes is the other part. Like here, this is saving and this one is the tax must be equals to the investment and the government spending. So like for example, if household save more, okay, like they save more, it increase the leakage. The government might increase spending, okay, like that will lead to the increments in the injection to maintain equilibrium as seen during economic recession. So they must do that one to stabilize the economy. So this is the basic formula for it. So once the figure is given, you can just input it and you have your result. Next slide. So next slide is the finding equilibrium. Okay. So how to find the equilibrium? The data is being given that C consumption is equals to 100 plus 0.8 YD. This YD is the disposable income. Disposable income is the income that you receive at the end after deduction of all the expenses. So it's the income that you can consume directly. So I there is the investment is equals to 50, and the G there is the government or the government spending, and T there is the taxes like 0.25 Y. So we have the formula YD equals to Y minus T equals to Y minus 0.05 Y equals to 0.75. So we can just input it. At the end you will have Y is equals to 562.5. Yeah, so that is how to find the equilibrium. So this one, to explain it theoretically. So this slide provide the numerical example of how to calculate equilibrium income using given value for the consumption, investment, government spending, taxes. Okay. So for example, if a company has consumption of consumption of formula of 100 plus 0.8 YD, okay, investment of 50, government spending of 75, okay, after the last, the equilibrium income will be 552.5. Okay, so this calculation helps policies makers understand how change in spending or taxes affect the economy. Next slide. So here we have the logical reasoning. Okay, so the logical reasoning, the government intervention, okay, such as the increase in spending or change in tax policies can stimulate economic activities. Okay. However, there are potential drawback or the setback, such as increase in the debt and crowding out private investment. So let's say that in the 2020, okay, in 2020, many government increased spending to combat or tackle the economic effect of COVID-19. While like this helped boost demand, and it also led to the higher national debt level to the country or in the country, like in USA, in Indonesia, in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Gambia. So it affects many places, or it affects all over the world. So next slide is the limitation and the extension. So here the limitation and the extension, we have three parts. These three parts are the simplified model, assumptions, and the extensions. So this three sector model is a simplified representation of the economy. It excludes the foreign sector trade, okay, like the foreign sector trade, and assume a closed economy. So extension of the model could include the money supplies and the fiscal policy. So for instance, the model does not account for international trade, okay, which is a significant part of modern economy. For example, okay, China economy heavily rely on exports, okay, which will not be captured in this simplified model. Next slide. So here we have the conclusion part, okay. So we have three parts also there as well. The framework, sorry, the four parts: framework, crucial role, stepping stone, and the prediction. Okay. So the three sector model provides a framework for understanding macroeconomic relationship and the crucial role for household, business, and the government in influencing economic activity. It also serves as a stepping stone for more complex economic analysis and prediction. So, and for instance, if you look at the economists use this model to predict how change in government spending, or tax policies might affect GDP. Okay. For example, if the government increase spending on infrastructure, the model can help estimate the potential impact on the economic growth. Okay. So that's all from me. I believe that you understand the presentation, and thank you so much for your kind attention. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.